The views and opinions expressed by the guest author or speaker during this live session are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Reader's Magnet. The content shared is for informational purposes only and does not constitute endorsement or promotion of any particular belief, ideology, or product.
Hello, authors, book lovers, and storytellers. Welcome to another awesome day here at RM Hive. You are tuning in to Reader's Magnet's featured author interview. I'm your host, Revan, and I'm thrilled about today's guest. So, today's featured author is a creative force who proves that technical precision and artistic imagination can live beautifully side by side. So, with more than 4 decades of experience in water management and environmental services, our guest built a career grounded in science, systems thinking, and real world impact. But beyond engineering and consulting, there's another side to his story, one driven by rhythm, storytelling, and heart. He is an avid musician, composer, and producer who brings the same depth and discipline to music as he does to his professional life. Please join me in welcoming our featured author of 4 Minutes Past Midnight, A Moment in Eternity, Sanjay Srivatsa. Hi, Sanjay. How are you? Thank you for joining us here today.
Hello, everyone. I am thrilled to be here. Thank you very much.
All right. So, for all our viewers out there, Sanjay Srivatsa's book, 4 Minutes Past Midnight, will also be featured at our booth at Olympia, London during the London Book Fair this coming March. So, I hope you check his book. It's called 4 Past Midnight. This is the book cover right here, and it's by our featured author today, that's Sanjay Srivatsa. So, Sanjay, can you tell us what is this book about?
So basically, it's the story of my father for a very short period in his life. And why it's significant is that it was an untold story and it was declassified around 2010 by his own volition for several reasons, as you'll see in the book. So it was part of an oath that I gave my father that I will put this story so that everybody can read about things that he had done in his young life, and so that is just kind of the general theme of the book. But there is an underlying theme as well. In Asia, especially Eastern Asia, a lot of the history that you read, especially in the English language, are Western sources, right? And one of the things I want to convey to the readers is history in Asia, especially Eastern Asia, is very closely tied to culture, right?
True.
Unless you understand the culture, you cannot understand the history. So in some way, in a small way, I am hoping to change perceptions of people about the history that is reported today of that time.
Yes. And you know what? The title actually, I really love the title because it's so unique and kind of specific, 4 minutes past midnight, a moment. I actually love that. So, so,
Do you know what it means?
yeah, I don't know. Is it this
Okay, so
12:04?
4 minutes past midnight is the time of execution of my father.
Hmm.
All right, so that's why it's very, very important. A
Mm-hmm.
moment in eternity comes from Mahabharata, which is the Bhagavad Gita, the Hindu holy book,
Mm-hmm.
and it says that souls live a different timeline. They live in a different quantum mechanics
Mm-hmm.
space than human beings. And what we feel is just a moment is eternity for the soul.
Wow. That's actually really interesting to know. Four
It's
minutes
what
past
it's
midnight.
what
It's
Krishna
actually.
it's what Krishna tells Arjuna when he's
Oh.
on the battlefield.
Mm. And in this book, Sanjay, do you have a favorite line? Can you share your favorite line from your book?
I will share the second to favorite. The favorite line,
Mm-hmm.
if I share it, it's a spoiler alert. So I
Mm-hmm.
want people to envisage and enjoy the favorite line as they read it, because if I say it now,
Mm-hmm.
it will ruin the ability to
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the book. But I will give you the second favorite line is the very last line in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and the very last line in the book reads like this: I step outside, out of the Alipur jail for the first time into a
Mm-hmm.
free India. I turn around and look back at the foreboding structure, thinking,
Mm-hmm.
what an amazing story I have to tell. But then, who will believe me?
Mm, that's really nice. Just you know, this is one line there, two lines, and who would? I love that question. That really that last line there. It kept me thinking. Who would believe me? Like, yeah, it's a really good line right there. I'm excited about this book. So, we already explained a while ago, or discussed a while ago that this actually deals with your father's journey as well. So, what or who inspired you to write this book?
So it was in the early 1980s that my father and I sat down and started planning this. By the way, my sister is also a very renowned author.
Mm-hmm.
She also had a lot of inputs, and it was at that time that he asked me to give him a promise that I will put between us, we will put this story out for the world to see, to read, and caution themselves if
Mm-hmm.
wherever necessary. But I could not publish it, or I could not do anything for 20 years after his death because of some of the classified information it contains. And so when I started writing in 2010, I realized there were a
Mm-hmm.
lot of gaps. Just the math didn't work, the timeline did not work, some of the experiences didn't mesh. So I had to do a lot of research, talk to over 50 people in 4 different countries
Mm-hmm.
to figure out a way by which I can tell the story, which holds, maintains all the facts, all the things that he's
Mm-hmm.
gone through, but also inject a certain level of precision, if I can say that, a certain level of reality, and a
Mm-hmm.
certain level of humor and human pathos into the book.
Nice. So, what do you think your readers will take away after reading this book?
Number one, be tolerant. Uh,
Mm.
the entire world doesn't look like you, doesn't speak like you, don't believe the same things. So
Yes.
tolerance is something you got to practice. Number one, keep an open mind. Things
Mm-hmm.
happen in different parts of the world for different reasons. If they
Mm-hmm.
seem not right to you, understand the
Mm.
culture first. So
Yes.
it's just to reawaken people that you know cultures, borders, language, uh,
Mm-hmm.
all mean something.
True. True. You know
If
what?
you
I
want to
really
be a
love
true,
that.
if you want to be a
Right.
true Homo sapien, if you want to be a true human being, you cannot go anywhere unless you understand these things.
Yes. I agree with that as well. So understand the culture first. That's actually a really, you know, just a simple thing to say, but it's very powerful. I love that. And for all our viewers out there, the book is called 4 Minutes Past Midnight. So this is the book cover. And again, Sanjay, what lesson will your readers learn from this book as well?
So the very simply, especially today, where there are
Mm-hmm.
so many facts that are fake,
Mm-hmm. True.
right? There, you used to be when I was growing up, you got the newspaper and you accepted everything in the newspaper to be true.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad you can no longer say that anymore because the mass media is just putting stuff in there without checking, without fact
Mm-hmm.
checking. So in this timeline of in this period of very so many sources of news coming at you, and you're unable to figure out which is true,
Mm-hmm.
you have to question everything. And so that's
True.
that's what my father did. He questioned everything. That's what I
Yeah.
did when I started writing his story. I questioned everything. This is what I tell the readers: keep an open mind, be tolerant, but question everything.
Yes, I love that. Keep an open mind, be tolerant, but question everything. I
Trust, but verify.
Yes, trust but verify. So, so I know this book actually has a lot of inspirational things, especially for all of our viewers out there. And I just wonder, Sanjay, what is your work schedule like when you were writing this?
When that was one of the things I tried writing. So I wrote the framework of the book while I was still full-time employed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as I was doing that, I realized something. I said that if I have to really pour my heart into this, and I'm that kind of person,
Mm-hmm.
if I have a job, I pour everything into it, that I cannot do it justice while I'm working full time. So when I went part time, that's when I started focusing on it again. And so I really didn't have a job. I had no distractions when I was writing this book because that was all I needed to do. I do some consulting on the side, and I so manage that from that timeline. I set a schedule, a very tight schedule every day, 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to sit and I'm going to write. And because I did 10 years of research, I really didn't have even time for writer's block. It just came through, and I managed to complete the book in just 60 days. Everyone, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, I'm here again. So we're actually having a little bit of
Yeah,
um
I noticed that.
technical difficulty out there. So thank you for that, Sanjay, as well. So
All right.
right now I would like to continue the question as well. So what was when you were writing this? I know this is actually it has a lot of lessons out there. Be tolerant and like that. With the experiences of your father as well. And this actually is very relevant today since a lot of people actually deal with a lot of things, and they need something to look back into so that they can move forward with their lives. So as you were writing this, what was one of the most surprising things that you learned in creating your book?
Um, Very simply, I've heard some famous writers say that keep your keep your head clear. Just go to the typewriter, and this
Mm-hmm.
writer was some time past, so he said,
Mm-hmm.
go to the typewriter and just start typing, and words will come. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not from that school of thought.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an engineer basically, so I do a lot of planning. I build a
Mm-hmm.
framework. So to anybody, I say, have a vision have a vision of where you are now, where you want to go, and what do you want to convey. So that needs
Mm-hmm.
to be there throughout every page, every line, every sentence, every paragraph. It must scream out loudly
Mm-hmm.
vision, framework, moral of what you're trying to convey, right? So it
Yes.
becomes the embodiment of the book. Once
Yes.
you have that, once you have that and you build a framework, oh my God, it becomes so easy. It's
Yes,
like
I love that.
sliding down a snowy hill. It just boom, you're there.
Yes. Yes, have a vision. I love that. I actually do that as well when I'm writing. So I actually do things, what to do, so that it will be organized and everything will be seamless. And I love that you're also doing that. And for all our viewers out there, it actually works. So so Sanjay is already doing that. I'm also doing that as well. So have a vision. So if you want to have something in your life as well as a goal, have a vision. That's actually just a 3 word sentence, and it's actually really effective. Not only with your job or your in writing, but also in life. So have a vision. Thank you so much for that, Sanjay. It reminds me of things that I need to do as well. So to actually have that vision be in fruition. So really nice.
And
So
by
for
vision, I just don't mean okay, I want to write a book. That's not the
mm-hmm,
vision.
true,
Uh, the vision needs to be rich. It needs to have. So I imagined how my book would even look.
true.
Okay, I imagine what drawings it may even have. Okay, I my that vision is like a swarm of flies during a hot summer
Mm-hmm,
day in front of your face. It's so busy, and that's kind of
mm-hmm.
vision you want.
Yes, yes. So have a vision. Now, Sanjay, I just want to have this fun question for you. So, what difference do you see between a writer and an author?
That is such a simple question, but it is not. It
Mm-hmm,
and I thought a long time to try to respond to that in a way that it touches everybody. And
mm-hmm,
and so I wrote down the slogan, and I truly believe this. A writer writes the story right.
mm-hmm.
An author tells the right story. You want me
Wow,
to repeat that?
I love
A,
that. Yeah, please repeat
a
that.
writer pens the story or types the story right. He's looking
Mm-hmm,
at language, he's looking at punctuation, he's looking at
mm-hmm.
paragraphs, right? Fonts. But the author vision tells the right story.
Yes, I love that. I'm going to quote you for that. I'm going to put that. I'm going to put that on my social media and quote you on that. That's by Sanjay Srivatsa. a writer writes this. A writer hands a story right, but an
Writes a
author,
writer writes the story right,
yes,
but
a writer
right
writes a story
like
right. Hmm.
RIGHT right, correct?
Yes,
But the
and
author
the
tells the
author
right story.
tells the right story. Very interesting, Sanjay. I love that, and I will quote you on that because it's really interesting and it's also very powerful. And I really thought that it's just going to have because some other authors here have different answer, and yours is very powerful, and I love that, and I'm loving this interview. And
Oh, well,
here,
brevity is the soul of wit, they say. So all of my answers are going to be pretty short.
mhm, yeah, and those are really powerful as well. So, by the way, how do you process and deal with negative book reviews if ever you have them?
Sure. There is nothing negative. Any
Mm-hmm.
any any feedback is PR.
Mm-hmm. True.
Okay. So the only feedback that I may consider negative is no feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So they say, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get any feedback, be afraid. If you get negative feedback, that is okay because somebody read
True.
that book and had an opinion, said this is wrong, this is wrong.
Yes.
They put an effort into it. I congratulate that. I welcome that.
Yes. You know what? I love how you actually see the world in a positive way. And it actually reflects in your book as well. So love that. So, by the way, all you guys, again, this is Sanjay Srivatsa. If you want to check out his book, it's called Four Past Midnight, A Moment in Eternity. And right now, Sanjay, I'd like to give the spotlight to you. Tell us where can we find your book, or if you have future projects.
Sure thing. So the book just went online at a variety of online stores like Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
Barnes and Noble, Nook, and a variety of places. Also, It is covered internationally. So I went and
Mm-hmm.
checked in different countries, and all of these sites have that same book.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in about a week to 10 days, I will be approving the hard copy versions. And so
Mm-hmm.
those hard copy versions will also be available in those sites very
Mm-hmm.
shortly. In addition to that, I'm attending the London Book Fair personally,
Mm-hmm.
the LA Book Fair personally, as well as the
Mm-hmm.
Frankfurt Book Fair personally. So anybody who wants to
Mm.
come see me, you can see me there. We can talk some more. And on the follow up projects, I'm still on cloud nine with regards to this
Mm-hmm.
project. So I'm not giving much thought, but I already have a couple of projects in hand.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a poem that I wrote back in 2004,
Mm.
which I'll be putting together in the form of a book. It's about the city I live in.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Lafayette. And then there's another book planned, which is more like a science fiction uh, kind of book.
Mm-hmm.
So both of them, basically, the third book is, if you go around the world, you will see a lot of oddities,
Mm-hmm.
things that science cannot explain, things that physics says, right? Things that
Mm-hmm.
make you wonder, how the hell did this happen? Uh, I have studied these, and again, this is a science fiction, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
connecting all of these oddities to one central occurrence.
Mm-hmm. All
And
right.
so
So that.
the protagonist, kind of, who's a scientist,
Uh-huh.
steps back to look at the entire forest, the entire cosmos, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
and begins to understand that these are not oddities. These are reminders. These are pathways. These are milestones that we don't
Yes.
understand today, but we will sometime.
Wow, I'm so excited about this project as well. But first, I would love to read 4 minutes past midnight first
Yes.
before I go there. So once again, for all our viewers out there, once again, our featured author today, Sanjay Srivatsa, and get your copy of 4 minutes past midnight. This is available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble, and I believe this is already also available on your website, www.sanjaynet.com.
Yes.
Yes, please get a copy of this book. And Sanjay will also be with us. He will be at the London Book Fair. His book will be displayed in our book, and he's going to be there. You can check him out as well. You can let him sign a copy of your book. He will also be at the LA Times Festival of Books and in Frankfurt, right, as well. And he will also be there and
And I
check
also
his
want to
book out.
mention something that
Yes.
I in this book I have captured some
Mm-hmm.
documents, the original documents that are quite valuable historically.
Mm-hmm.
I have some
Mm.
relics, one of which is what I'm holding here, which is
Yes.
the camera
So what is
that
this?
took
Yeah.
all the pictures in the book was taken by this camera, which I still
Ooh.
have. Okay, they don't make film for this anymore, but the camera still
Mhm.
works. Um, I, this and the documents will be with me when I go to this fair. So
Mhm.
anybody who wants to touch and feel the real thing, it'll be there.
Yes. And the stories as well behind
Yes.
behind that relic. I love that. So guys, check him out. That's 4 past midnight. That's 4 minutes past midnight. That's by Sanjay Srivatsa. The book cover is right here. The author is right there. So remember his face, his name as well, because we might not know it's our next bestseller. So and guys, Sanjay, it has been an awesome time with you here at Readers Magnet. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
My pleasure.
And guys, let's open the pages and unravel the secrets of your personal odyssey because I believe that your ink never runs dry. So go tell your story, storyteller. This is your host, Revan, and our featured guest today, Sanjay Srivatsa. And as we say it here at Reader's Magnet, we share your story with the world. Bye for now. Stay awesome.